a big day.
Okay, good.
Who's going first today?
We're going first.
You guys are going first. Okay. So your script is called, what's your script again?
The Winslow Boy.
The Winslow Boy. Tell us what the Winslow Boy is.
I am a young boy who just got expelled from school for stealing a postal money order, and my mother.
That's his mom,
Yeah,
Hilda.
my mother is asking me if I did it, and I'm denying it.
He's denying it basically. But I think he actually did do it. Did you do it?
Yeah,
Yeah, he did it. Is she so sweet? Dinka just walked in. That's Dinka and I'm Ninqi. This will be our stage for today. So I'm really excited, and I just kind of want to get it rolling. All of us are wearing black. So yeah. All of us are doing 3 pieces. So we're doing our script, our reading monologue. So that's where we can have our script in our hands and we read from it. So we're sat down, we're reading. Well, we don't necessarily have to be sat down, but me and Marley's scene is, was sat down, and it's set in Roman times, and it's 2 girls, they're friends, let's say, and well, they are friends, they're friends, and they're both sat down and they're talking about Lucia's brother, and my name is Diana. Yeah, my name is Diana, and Lucia is Marley, and she has a brother, and me and her brother are dating, and he has like some mental issues, I think, and then he's coming home, and we're basically waiting for him to come home. So that's like our scene, that's our first scene, that's our scripted monologue. And then our second one is going to be our monologue without script, and that's something we've found online. My one is from Diary of a Mad Black Woman. And then lastly, we're going to do our improvisation. So we have, as you guys can see, the props there. So we have our props, and then Mr. Peters is just gonna give us props, and we have to create something from the props basically. So I'm not sure what I'm gonna get. I'm not sure what we all are gonna get, but we have to come up with something. And then after we finish doing all 3 of those pieces, we're gonna end it with singing and just some folklore music. And that will be it. So this whole performance should be about an hour, and that will be it. So, like, by the way, I'm talking a bit because this is obviously new. I'm sharing this new thing with you guys, but drama isn't new to me. Like, I used to do drama in London. Like, I performed in Manchester, I did plays in high school, and drama has always been something that's just like deeply connected to me because I like to express myself. So just the fact that I'm starting to do it again in Grenada, it just feels like I'm integrating my old self, my younger self, into who I am, my present self today. So yeah, I'm excited. So stay tuned.
Because I could read here from a script that says, this is the 3rd time we're having this conversation. You have not given a valid excuse why you're here so late. So it sounds as though it's very conversational. So go on back to bed. And that's it. Because we don't want everything just rushed, just rattle out one after the other because we know the lines. And so trust yourself with that. So you're doing the first readers.
My darling, slow down and projector. Okay? That's all. I mean, again, as I said, the mic is going to pick you up. Still.
When you stand up or sit down?
Yes, that's fine. Slow it down right here. As I say, if it's a movie, 110% movie acting. That's right. So there we go. So I'm just looking forward to this, and then these certificates will be presented at the end of the day.
Testing.
It looks so professional.
I know, right?
So when you're doing hip swing low, it's quite okay. You're going to be higher term and the woman who's leading. So quite so if you got to give us direction, because the nice thing about that song is that you have a nice little different, slightly lovely different variation. So we follow. Good job. Give me a hand here, Mike. Your parents coming on? No, that's so mommy, forget it. So the thing is, I guess now is not always gonna take it out. So then,
Okay, 1 second. Yeah, it's actually getting wrong when you. Yes. La 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 la.
maybe I think we'll go about it. La la la, breathe.
La 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 la.
Just say ha 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 ha. Okay, let us form a line, right? Oh, ships. Woo! Person in front of you, we're gonna start just knocking at the back of the person. Let's go. Yes, the back. A little harder. Right, bring it down, bring it down, bring it down.
Is this a massage? Because I need this, you know.
Yes, I do. Bring it back up again. For this evening's presentation, we will have a readers theater presentation. Then we'll have improvisations, monologues, and then we're going to end with some songs. This will not be a very long presentation. I trust you will be here within 1 hour's time. So for the Readers Theatre presentation, the first one will be Act 1, Scene 1 from a play called The Winslow Boy that was written by Terence Rattigan. And this play is set in 1914 to 1918. Anybody know what that period surrounded 1914, 1918? The World War, the First World War. Let's hope we don't have a third World War, guys. So it's 1914 to 1918. And the reason why I did that is to show that drama, the importance of examining the ingredients or the elements of drama. And I thought in this very short episode, you're going to see a number of crisis, climax, characterization. So it's important for us to at least go through that. Entrance and exits. That's one of the reasons why I use this piece. So without any further ado, we're going to present to you Act 1, Scene 1, The Winslow Boy, the first Readers Theatre presentation, and the play is set in 1914 to 1918. But let me just give you a little background on that. There was a young man called Arthur Winslow. He was sent by his parents to study at the Naval College. While at college, he and a friend, they start practicing each other's signature, so you could write each other's signature the best. Soon after that, a postal money order was sent to the friend. Someone intercepted it, forged the friend's signature, and cashed the postal money order. So who do you think the blame is going to fall on? Ronnie, of course. So he's expelled from school, and now here he awaits his fate. Having to face his father. The characters, the parent was supposed to be a male, but we don't have any male in the program, only females. So instead of Mr. Winslow, we have Mrs. Winslow. And instead of a boy, of course, Miley Hitz is going to play the role of Ronnie. So let's welcome on stage Hilda Stevens as Miss Winslow and Miley Hitz as Ronnie.
Come in and close the door. Come over here. Why aren't you in uniform?
It got wet.
How did it get wet?
I was in the garden in the rain.
Why?
I was hiding.
From me? Do you remember once you promised me that if you're ever in trouble of any sort, that you would come to me first? Why didn't you come to me now? Why did you have to go and hide in the garden?
I don't know, Mother.
Are you afraid of me? This letter says you stole a postal money order. So, I don't want to hear what you have to say until no, I don't want you to say anything until you've heard what I have to say. If you did it, you must tell me. I shall not be angry with you, Ron. So remember this before you speak. Did you steal this money order?
No, Mother, I didn't.
Did you steal this money order?
No, Mother, I didn't.
Okay, Ronnie. Go back to bed. And I trust in the future that any son of man would at least have enough common sense to come out of the rain.
Yes, Mother.
Hello? Are you there? I want to make a trunk call. Yeah, a trunk call. Yes. The Royal Naval College, Oxford. That's right. Replace the receiver? Certainly.
So that brings us to the end of the first Reader's Theatre piece.
Father God, please forgive me. Honey, how am I going to tell your father you're not coming home this year?
Miss Sarah, why are you talking to a photograph?
Child, you almost frightened me. Listen, Lisa, you know,
What? Right off.
you're a very persistent young woman.
And you are a very worried looking woman. What's the problem?
Nothing.
That's what you always say whenever you have a problem.
Child, you worry too much.
No, Miss Sarah, it is you who worry too much.
What do you want, Lisa?
Come on, Miss Sarah, maybe I can help you.
You? If I have problem, you are the last person I'm asking for advice.
Never judge a book by its cover, Miss Sarah. I majored in psychology in university, you know. So, where do we start? Where should we start? Are you leading a romantically fulfilling life, Miss Sarah?
Why are you asking me that?
Well, there's a perception that people your age don't have an interest in romance.
You're so crazy. You need to settle down.
Do you think I'll find a good man here to settle down with?
You? Married?
Yes. But I certainly don't want a man like Mr. Moses.
Why?
He might be too boring in bed.
Listen, I don't know what time Mr. Moses will be coming back.
I'll hear the car. So, tell me, Miss Sarah, how did you and Mr. Moses meet?
This is strange.
Why?
You know, none of my children ever asked me that question.
Never told them.
They never asked.
Well, once I asked my mom about the first time she had horizontal refreshment,
Horizontal refreshment?
amorous congress.
What?
Carnal pleasures, Miss Sarah. So I asked her that, and you know what she told me?
What?
She said that she and my dad did it one night underneath her mother's house. I found that so amusing. I couldn't stop laughing. happened the first time with you and Mr. Moses?
No, no. Mr. Moses never touched me before we were married.
You're joking.
I grew up in a Christian house.
But Mr. Moses isn't a Christian.
He's a good man.
People say he doesn't believe in God.
Don't say that, Lisa. Don't you ever repeat those words in this house again. You hear me? You listen to too much of the idle talks and gossip. You're beginning to adopt the gutter mentality of the people around here. Maybe it's time you go back to Trinidad to be family.
Sorry, I didn't mean to offend you. So, are these your children?
Yes. Albert is the first. He's a medical doctor in America.
Is he married?
Happily married.
Nice
Let me
looking
show you the
family.
family.
All right. 3 girls. He's a busy man in bed, Miss Sarah.
Lisa.
Sorry. And what about this young lady here?
It's my daughter, Lucy. She's an accountant, Canada.
And who is this handsome bloke?
That's Edward. He's the last, studying law in England.
So, do they come to look for you often?
Not really. Just Edward. Came back last year.
Is he coming back this year?
I'm not sure.
He has such a familiar look. I think I'd like to meet him.
Edward's just like his father. He hates locks.
But who knows, maybe I'll cut my hair by the time he arrives.
That's the best thing you can do for yourself.
Miss Sarah, let me ask you this. You're a Christian, not so?
Yes?
Then why are you so hung up on my hair? You told me the other day that the Lord looks on the inside of a person and not on the outward appearance.
But what's on the inside will show on the outside.
Come on, Miss Sarah. That's bull. I don't know what's inside of you, and you can't judge me because you don't know what's inside my head.
But I know what's on top of your head.
Miss Sarah, you read your Bible often, don't you?
Every day.
Samson in the Bible had locks, and so did John the Baptist.
But they never smoked marijuana.
What is it with you, Miss Sarah?
The little I know, I find you too stubborn.
You and my mother just the same. You'll never respect another person's opinion.
You want me to respect you when you join up with a bunch of hooligans, beating drum all day and disturbing the peace.
They're not hooligans, Miss Sarah.
You're defending them because you're getting free marijuana from them. God knows what else.
Get off my
they're giving you.
back, Miss Sarah. Get off my back. You're too judgmental.
That's the problem with you young people these days. You all never want to listen. Anyway, why? When you see they put cocaine in a marijuana cigarette for you, that is when you will come to your senses. But then, late.
What do you mean?
2 months ago, a 14-year-old schoolboy was lining on the blocks with his friends. He never smoked a cigarette in his entire life. His friends encouraged him to take his first spoon of marijuana. He didn't want to do it, but peer pressure got the best of him. He smoked the marijuana. That was his first and last smoke. Ended up in the madhouse because of the crack cocaine they put in the marijuana.
You're just saying that to scare me, right?
You must leave. I think my husband is back.
So we have come to the end of this second reading. Checking expectations. So here now he's heading back to Rome because he almost mentally demented to his family. His sweetheart, so his fiancée is Diana, and she's very worried about whether or not this marriage is going to take place because her fiancé seems to be mentally off. And Diana will be played by Ninqi Punch. And Lucia, that's the brother, the sister of Marcellus, will be played by Marley Hicks. So there's a final Readers Theatre presentation here. I'll be called Marley Hicks as Lucia and Ninqi Punch as Diana.
Isn't the waiting awful, Diana?
It's worse now that we can see the galley that's bringing Marcelius out. I hope I was right. Honestly, Marcelius will understand. You think?
If he doesn't, I'll set him straight. If you hadn't gone to Tiberias, he'd still be in Minoa.
Lucia, but not to mention this to Marcelius.
He knows. Who else could have convinced Tiberias?
Grandfather is fond of Marcelius. He was furious when I told him what that disgusting guy had done. You don't think he may have changed? Lucia, his feelings are
Not Marcellus. You're so lucky, the both of you. I envy you.
You mustn't.
It seems so right that you and Marcellus should be in love. I sometimes wonder if there'll ever be anyone right for me.
Lucia Gallio, you pretty well know that all the men in Rome are crazy about you.
Yes, but none of them seem right.
Lucia,
Yes.
you're not hiding anything from me, are you?
What could there be to hide?
Haven't fallen in love.
No. At least, I don't think so. Look, Mother's entered the sitting room. She's motioning for you to come to her. I'm sure she wants to talk about Marcellus.
He'll send for me the minute he comes.
You won't lose a precious second, I promise.
So there you have it. So I'm not very good at improvisation. Huh? I'm spoiled. I'm a playwright. I have to write the script and rehearse it over and over and over. But what I find with my younger actors, even those experienced ones, they are excellent at doing improvisation. So I decided here now to put this sort of students to give them a challenge. And so I will call the actors back on stage. Everybody back on stage, please. You'll like come on first, huh? Right, so all I'm going to give you this is a phone. I think there's a letter here. We don't have much time, so I want you to go backstage because you're going to come back on first. And let's see how we could make a dual improvisation based on the prompts that you have. So run. Then we have, who's going second? Who's going second? Right. Marley and Ninqi. There you are, that's a camera. A laptop. Here you are. You want another phone? Alright, well, so what, maybe you can use Hilda's phone when she's through, so improvisation. You don't have much time. Let's see what we come up with. Last but not least, young ladies, Ninqi, what's this? Anyone, do you know what this is? These days the phone do everything, huh? So cassette player, these are supposed to be two. Right? So that's the prompts that I have, and they have to create an improvisation. And let's see what they're going to come up with. Hilda, are you ready? You have two tables, you have chairs that you can work with. Decide where you're going to use the phone. So let us see what Hilda Stephen comes up with for her improvisation.
Hello, Mary. It's Hilda. I want you to listen to a letter I have written. It's from my boss, and I need your honest opinion as to what you think. Dear Mr. Lunis, I hope this letter meets you in a good spirit and a frame of mind that will allow you to take a few moments off your busy schedule to read my letter. I have been trying to get an audience with you over the past 3 weeks, but all attempts have proven futile. Every attempt to meet with you has been met with varying excuses. Therefore, I have no choice but to pen this letter to you because time is running out on my end. I have served your company for exactly 12 years. From the inception of my employment, I had the honor of being voted the Employee of the Month for 3 consecutive months during my first 6 months of employment. Thereafter, I requested not to be included in any further acknowledgement of this nature because my inspiration to work does not come from such awards, but more from my heart and soul. I must remind you that after the birth of my daughter 11 years ago, you pleaded and begged with me to return to work 3 weeks before my maternity leave was completed. You said that my absence had affected the company badly and it was almost impossible to find a replacement for me. I acceded to your request, for which you personally told me that I am an extraordinary person and will do anything to support me in the future. It is this support I desperately seek at this point in time. You see, sir, a newly established business company has invited me to send in an application for a position in the establishment in the north of the island where I reside. However, my application wouldn't be processed without a testimonial letter from my past employer, and that's you, sir. My monthly transportation fee amounts to almost $500, which is almost 25% of my monthly salary. Sir, once I'm able to get this job in my hometown hotels, I'll be able to reduce this very high transportation cost, help me to get quality sleep and rest. As it presently stands, I have to wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning to prepare myself and my daughter for our daily travel to St. George's. It will also ease my anxiety and mental health. The bus ride to and from St. George's can be frightening. The buses drive too fast, and the loud and annoying music sometimes gives me a headache. Because of the inconsistent transportation system, there are times when I get home after 7 p.m., tired and frustrated. This has also taken a toll on my daughter, having to complete plenty homework assignments in the nighttime. The teachers have complained on many occasions that she has fallen asleep in class. If you are unwilling to give me the recommendation letter because of fear of losing me as a worker, then I humbly request a raise of pay of $600 per month. This, I know, is 30% increase in my salary, but taking into account the low wages I receive, this raise will allow me to get a lodging with a good friend in St. George's who has a small apartment downstairs her house. I look forward to hearing from you, sir, and may the good Lord continue to bless and keep you in good health. Yours sincerely, Alberta. Mary, so what you think of the letter? It's okay? I can give it to him? Okay, thanks, Mary. So Monday morning, first thing, I will give it to him. Have a good night. Thank you for listening to me.
Let's start over.
Hello.
Hi, I'm just calling to ask about my wedding photos from last week.
Oh, yes. Sorry, we've been really busy, but I'm actually looking at it right now.
You hear that, honey? She's looking at them right now.
Yeah, so there's about 400 pictures here. Fine. So I'm looking at a picture right now, and I don't know if it's my eyes, but I think I see a woman.
Is something wrong?
Yes. There's a woman in this picture. She's wearing a green and red scarf, and she's behind a table. She's laying down. It's not. It looks like there's blood.
What?
Yeah. What are you doing right now? Can you please come over? I will send you the address.
Yeah, I'll be right there.
Yes, come in.
Hi.
Hi, take a seat, please.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, so in this picture here, what does that look like to you?
A body?
Yes. Did you see this woman at your wedding?
She was not at my wedding.
Are you sure?
No one wearing that would be invited to my wedding.
I got myself. I don't know.
You think she's dead?
There's blood. There's clearly blood.
We should call the police.
Yeah.
Hello? Hi, yes, I'd like to report a crime. There is a dead body in my wedding photos. This is not a prank. Hello? They hung up. What do we do?
I think we should listen.
Okay.
I like them too, yes. Very
Come in. What's wrong now?
What's wrong? Well, I did some digging.
Again?
I found this under his bed. And I found these.
I found these.
Hold up, still. I need you to listen to this. I'm gonna like it, but it's up to your ear.
No.
I told you.
No.
I told you he could not be trusted. Now you have the evidence for yourself.
This can't be. Sorry, I didn't do it. Well, I'm really sorry I didn't do it.
What's your now?
No! 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 You know what he is?
I have a pretty good idea.
You come on with me.
Ready?
You're sure you're ready?
Ready, let's go.
So I'm going to call on Hilda Stevens, and she's going to be doing a spoken piece for boys by Clinton Joshua.
Allow your sons to hold their penis. Teach them what it means. Tell them it's not a toy. It's not a weapon. It is part of you. Sacred, not shameful. purposeful, not playful. Let your sons hold their penis, not in shame, not in secrecy, not as a tool of destruction, but with understanding, with clarity, and with purpose. Let your sons hold their penis. Yes, it's okay. It's not a sin for a man to marry as a virgin. Let them know that the manhood is not measured by how many girls you can conquer, but by how many girls you can conquer, but by how many boundaries you can honor. Teach your sons, teach them early, that purity is not measured and it's not gendered. Let them know that restraint is not weakness and self-control is strength. Tell them that the penis they carry can either break or build. It can create lives or destroy destinies. Teach them early. Let them know that men, real men, protect their women and their girls. Teach them early. For if we do not continue to teach them, when the world steps in, it wouldn't come with wisdom, but it would come with rough definitions of masculinity, empty conquest, and empty conquest. So teach them young, that this penis they carry should not be used recklessly.
A scene titled, I think, from The Diary of a Mad Black Woman. Ninqi? So Ninqi, I know you're not in character yet, but can you just give us just a little synopsis as to what's about to take place here?
Okay, sure. So earlier in the film, Helen, I'm playing Helen, and her husband, Charles, they've been married for years, and he ended up leaving his wife for another woman. And long story short, he got into an accident and he's in a wheelchair now. And his wife, they haven't divorced yet, she's still technically his wife. And the woman that he left her for, she took his money and just left. But his wife, Helen, I still had to come back and look after him. So in this scene right now, we are in our home and he's asking me to look for something for him. And he's very arrogant and he's just saying that, I'm not good for anything. I can't find a simple sheet of paper that he's asking me to look for. And, Helen is also a very innocent, very calm, loving woman. And she's had to deal with a lot of things for a very long time. She finds snaps in the street. Your house? Let me explain something. Old Helen is gone. You will not talk to me like that. Now, I came here to help you. But now, shut up! You want Brenda, your kids. Do you see what you left me for? This is what you left me for. Open your mouth. Open your mouth. He didn't give a damn about you, Charles. She told them to let you die. I was your wife. I loved you. I never would have hurt you. How could you do this to me? To us? Answer me! And you know what's funny? I gave you love, even though you took it from me. Kids, boys. I wanted children, Charles, but had you not been with those whores, we would have them. Got me all stressed out, my hair falling out, my weight up and down, can't keep anything down. 2 miscarriages. You took life from me and you never even said, I'm sorry. I'm gonna let you sit here for a few days and think about what I said.
All hits.
It is impossible to be a woman. You are so smart and so beautiful. It kills me that you don't think you're good enough. We have to be extraordinary, but we're also always doing everything wrong. Like, you have to be thin, but not too thin. And you can never say you want to be thin. No. You have to say you want to be healthy. But also you have to be thin. You have to be a boss, but you can't be mean. You have to lead, but you can't squash other people's ideas. You have to be a loving mother. But don't talk about your kids all the damn time. You have to be a career woman, but always be looking out for other people. You have to answer for men's bad behavior, which is insane. But if you point that out, you're accused of complaining. You have to stay pretty for men, but not so pretty that you tempt them, or too pretty that you threaten other women, because you're supposed to be part of the sisterhood. But always stand out, and always be grateful. But never forget that the system is rigged, so find a way to acknowledge that, but also always be grateful. You have to never get old, never be rude, never fall down, never fail, never be scared, never show fear. It's too hard, it's too contradictory, and nobody gives you a medal or says thank you. I am just so tired of watching every single woman tie herself into knots just so that people will like us.
Molly hits. Can you come back and help me? That's Molly. Yeah. I hope that you are proud of this young lady. So she is the defense counsel of a young man who was charged for murdering his father because the father was accused of having an incestuous relationship with his sister, so he's on trial for murder. And Janelle, as the defense counsel for the accused young man, we're making a final presentation to the jury in regards to his fate, whether it be innocent or found guilty of murder. Janelle Taylor.
The jugular vein.
Mr. Foreman and members of the jury, I want you to take a good look at the accused Jonathan Bloods, a young man who is fighting for his life, a young man whose fate and destiny lie in your very hands. I also want you to replay in your minds the image and the testimony of Tanya Bloods, sister of the accused. That's all I ask you to do. Now, the prosecution would want to have us believe that Jonathan Bloods was an out-of-control, violent young man who was waiting for the ideal opportunity to get even with his father. They would like us to push aside all the mitigating circumstances which led to the tragedy that occurred at the Bloods' home on June 10th, 2024. Mr. Foreman and members of the jury, a family was crying out for help. A young girl was crying out for help. And no one had the courage to step forward, take a stand, and be a hero to protect her. Not even her mother. Not even her father's closest friend. Now, what happened at the Bloods' home on June 10, 2024 was simply a case of self-defense. Jonathan heard his sister crying. He went to investigate, and we all know what he saw. He caught his father red-handed in the act of sexually abusing his sister. Now, had Jonathan had any intention of willfully killing his father, this was the opportune time. If he wanted to kill his father, he would have done so right there and then, in the bedroom of his sister. But he chose to be the hero on that day, and he demanded that his father lay off his sister. But instead of hanging his head in shame, Philip Bloods, 6'4", 275 pounds, and attacked Jonathan as he was in the habit of doing. Jonathan had to defend himself. He was provoked. He was insulted. He was intimidated. He was attacked, and he defended himself. Lies, deceit, and bloodshed occurred at the Bloods' residence, all because of an unholy cover-up. But today, you will say to this nation that enough is enough. If you find that Jonathan Bloods is guilty of murder, then you are saying to this nation that adults have the right to physically and mentally abuse their families, that adults have the right to molest their sons and daughters, their sisters, their nieces, our boys and girls. But I know that this is not what you believe. Remember the look in her eyes, the pain and anguish, the look of hopelessness of a child who is dying inside, a child who is crying out for help. Now, Martin Luther King Jr. once said, I want you to listen carefully. He said that our lives begin to end on the day that we become silent about the things that matter. I'm going to say it again. Our lives begin to end on the day that we become silent about the things that matter. So all I ask of you is to remember the testimony of Tanya Bloods, and return a verdict of not guilty.
So we're gonna have the final piece here put on by Dinka Swan, and she's gonna be doing the Grenadian Woman. Are you the Grenadian Woman? Okay, let me get it. Okay then.
That looks like Ninqi nowhere. That Grenadian woman with that nice camera scarf getting me back there.
You did that too.
Are you watching me? Are you find I look confused? Well, if you think I'm confused, then all of you confused. Because what you are saying here is a 100% Grenadian woman. Yes, that is what I say. A true Grenadian woman. To me, inside and out, upside down. But you see this woman here? I can dine with kings and queens, and presidents and prime ministers. And I can eat at banquet tables set with crockery and cutlery, and knife and fork. And yet still, I could go down by the riverside with the calabash in my hand and make a cook-up with green fig, breadfruit, manicure, and crayfish. And I can eat all of that with the 5 knife and fork that Papa God gave to me. And I could wash that down with some coconut water to such mangoes. And the only reason why I can do that is because I am a Grenadian woman. And when it comes to music, you can't beat me there. I listen to Beethoven and Tchaikovsky, Mozart and Bach, and I can waltz to the sound of the violin and the grand piano. But when you see the time come, I could turn over like a record on the other side and revel to the sweet calypso music of a Jamo, Specky, and Sparrow. And I could still bowl and butterfly to the songs of Shabalance and Bujuba. Yes, me, this Grenadian woman. And I could drive any type of motor car. Yes, any type. Mercedes, BMW, and Corolla. But if you see the motor car try to put style on me by breaking down, I will take out the government walking shoe and walk from Grand Anse. And the only reason why I can do that is because I am a Grenadian woman. I can sit at the telephone with my wine glass in my hand and speak to my friends all over the world. Hi, Cheryl. How are you? Cheryl, where are you? Oh, Trump didn't find you yet. Sun cooking down here. Cheryl, I tell you already. Pack the barrel with plenty toilet paper and a few of those Brazilian wigs. Yes, those ponytails, foxtails, and donkey tail too. And come home, Cheryl. Come home. But if you see I look behind my back and I see one of them tiffin hooligans in my house, you think phone have purpose? I balling all murder, thief, thief. The whole town go hear me, police and all. And then you see, I get my invitation, my cocktail party. I can put on all my fine regalias and fandangos and dress to kill. And I can hold all of those fabulous conversations. I heard. How's the family? I love that dress, girl. But wait a minute. You want to tell me that all that money that Suzette thief in the credit union there, as that is the dress that she come to give a cocktail party tonight? What's the reason? I think I need a little bit more wine to take this in. But when you see I liming on the block with them fellas, and somebody frets me by getting into my business, I will tell them where the mother make them, how she make them, and who she make them for. And the only reason why I can do that, because I am a Canadian woman. You're watching me. You know me now, eh? Yes. I is part of you. And you. Yes, you over there watching me. Put that in your pipe and smoke it like good pressed tobacco. Yes. I, Canadian woman. That's good.
You can ice popcorn and ice cream? What's that?
It doesn't want to them sing. Them trying to sing as enough.
Mother, go follow?
The night's on. So folks, what was your impression? Did you enjoy?
All your penis.
Coming for to carry me home.
I say, Tom gone away, about the Madalena. Tom gone away, about the Madalena. Tom gone away, Tom gone away, oh Lord. Tom gone away, about the Madalena. If I want to see Captain about the Madalena. Tom gone away, about the Madalena. Everybody about the Madalena. Don't run away, aboard Madalena. If I was people, it's aboard Madalena. Don't run away, aboard Madalena. I love everybody, aboard Madalena. Don't run away, aboard Madalena. If I was people, aboard Madalena. Don't run away, aboard Madalena. Come down away, aboard Madalena. I was the bellboy aboard Madalena. Come down away, aboard Madalena. I was the luggage aboard Madalena. Come down away, aboard Madalena. Come down away, oh God. Come down away, aboard Madalena. Come gone away, aboard Madalena. Come gone away, aboard Madalena. Come gone away, oh Lord. Come gone away, aboard Madalena.
So I must say I'm very impressed with y'all for the 3 months. Y'all, trust me, y'all nailed it. And I'm very happy, so let's give them a round of applause. Right, so now I will call our chairman, Mrs. Ann Peters, to help me to give them their certificate of completion for the theatre posts for the 3 months. So Mrs. Peters. So first we would like to call Janelle Theodore. Then we'll have Ninqi Punch. Ninqi Punch. Then we have Mali Hits. Jinka Swan. And last but not least, Hilda Stephen. Wonderful. Thank you, Mrs. Peters. And congratulations again to each and every one of you. And that makes the cast bigger, so we have more persons that we can depend on and rely on, right? Thank you so much.
Our mission is to train and to prepare the next generation for the theatre, whether it's for the film, as we all know, but training is very important. I've been so proud. This is only 3 months, we just scratched the surface. So the next question they asked Mr. Peters, what next? So after tonight, we're gonna go sit down, figure out, and trust me that this will not be the last of you all. So before we go, anybody has any comments before we leave? Yeah, yes, yeah. Or great potential. But just be careful that you are waving your hands.
I wasn't, but I concur.
Yes.
Really, really good. I was impressed.
All right.
Yeah, very, very impressive.
Arthur, it's good to see you, Mr. and Mrs. Campbell.
I'm afraid if I put it there at 12. I try not to miss anything that happens in here, even the ones that are not even fully developed, even though they just whet your appetite, and I've always been impressed. I've always enjoyed myself, and I think the future is in good hands for you, the young actors, so I can continue to come and get my monthly opportunities in the job. Thank you very much for your effort and emphasis, and thank you for all this.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Anybody else?
Can I join your next class?
Anybody else before we close off? So what do you want to say?
It was fun!
So folks, there's a bar on the other side of the set. As we go, does anybody want to say anything on behalf of the full actors?
I want to say that you are an amazing teacher. Yeah. He's really dedicated, and I'm not gonna lie. Like when we first started, we didn't really see the, I guess, like not the potential, but like things did come together because we were sometimes questioning like, why are we doing this? Like, why are we doing this really? But it's like it makes sense now. So I just want to say thank you so much, and you ladies are amazing.
Anybody want to say anything? Yes. We enjoyed this class.
Okay,
I would say that we did enjoy this class. I think Eden has a skill that is rare among teachers. What I experience here is when I come from work, I come to this class. When I get here, it's like I get away. I don't know how he does it, but everything goes away and it's just fun. It's just here. Only after the class is over, I realize. It's like I came back to reality. Good luck.
So once again, thanks, because I feel that the arts must save the Caribbean. The arts are so important for healing, and as we struggle with so many serious social issues and social problems, that's the way we have to go. So thank you very much for the support. Just remember there's a bar on the outside. Please, we have one of the best view of a theater space in the entire world. Look at the sun is setting, so make sure you don't run away. And thank you very much, and continues to stay tuned to Labukan for more great things. Have a good one. Thank you.
So I just want to give a big shout out to this lovely lady and her boyfriend or her brother, I don't know, but they helped me film and I'm just really grateful. What's your name?
Whitney.
Whitney. Thank you so much, Whitney. And what's your name? June? Jude.
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 Jude. Okay, thank you, Jude. Thank you, guys. Hey, we did it. We did it. Hilda, no, say Hilda. Ninqi, yeah, we did it. And it felt so good. Yes, it did. What's a video? It was a very ideal production. We tried to laugh.